And a new live stream. What's up, everyone? How are you doing? Okay. Yesterday, we had a 4-hour live stream. Today, it's going to be shorter. Guys, you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. I can't. I can't. Hoppa. How are you doing, everyone? How are you doing? Look, Siri, good morning. So what? Sarah, Adam, good morning, man. Hoshi, Samuel, buongiorno. Buongiorno, Samuel. Enki J01 Dev. Wow. That's been a while, yo. Welcome back. Welcome back. Groenservice Parkstad. Ja, lekker Nederlands, yo. Perfect short entry. Nice one, nice one. Manage it well. The third wave anyway, see at the bottom is shortest. It doesn't really matter, as on the 1 hour time frame, probabilities remain higher to continue ranging, or at least take the high at some point. This last move up, it's very nitpicky. On my chart, wave 3 is actually longer. It's the same as like the conversation at like 72k, like which one is the high. I prefer to, just focus on the probabilities in this range, which is high to move up. And if we get to move up eventually at some time, we'll see, right? Higher probability, this is corrective. And even if you do move down once more, higher probability, it's corrective. So, whatever, how one counts this as an impulse, it's absolutely ridiculous. As an ABC, yeah, maybe it's also absolutely ridiculous. And then we have two absolutely stupid counts in the move to the upside, which it stimulates us to just focus on this range in particular, which is also what we're going to do in this live stream. So we're just going to focus on this piece of the chart, and we're going to leave out everything else. Roberta, indeed, rejected at the moment at the value area high. Mixon, what's up? Stego, welcome everyone. Yanis, oh wow. Yanis, Markets Mike, what's up, man? Senna Tommy, King Koens, this guy. Oh, yo, Maria, Dasa Gaming, nice to see you, man. Good to have you here once again. Christian, Yoshi, yeah, so far so good. Guys, for the first time in France, almost 2 weeks in, I have seen and felt rain. It made my heart happy as a Dutchman, right? Oh, man. I was looking forward to rain. There was thunder, there was rain, it was wet, and I liked it. Tavin, get there weer. Tarun Mirpu, what's up, ouwe? Hoe gaat het, kerel? Goed dat je erbij bent. Rejected at the value area low. Yes. Did I say hi? I said low. No, I don't. What's up, John? How you doing? Missed my stop by 18 cents. Manage it well, man. Maybe a band-aid. How you doing, yo? A.Swines, let's go. Good to have you here, Brahim. Okay, everyone. So, what we're going to do in this live stream, first of all, the stream is going to be about an hour. So, we just had some news coming in, right? We'll talk about that in a second. New York open, of course, in about 30 minutes. See if anything happens. And then around 4 p.m. Central European Time, I got to continue. So the analysis won't take much time, because we're actually not going to focus on weekly, daily, 4-hour stuff, only the 1 hour stuff. And we're going to be done with that relatively quick. So what we're going to do in the live stream is focus on the current price action here and a few of the scenarios that I have, and of course probabilities. And then we go into chatting Q&A, answer as many questions as we can. So that's what we're going to do. Brahim, good to have you here. Hold on Crypto, what's up? What's up? He, like, Hold on Crypto always writes as a comment. He used to write thanks and danke, and now he writes thanks and merci every time. Yo, Bina, how you doing? How you doing? Thank God if I see that daily ABC one more freaking time. John, you get nightmares, right? You get nightmares. What's up, Odin? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Okay, so yeah, I have a volume profile on my chart, as you can see. I love trading volume. I enjoy keeping an eye on what's happening in ranges. So generally during the day, you may have seen it as well because my chart is on, sharing is on, which basically means that if you open my chart, I mean, the link is in the description, you will see everything I do on my chart. So in the morning when I am analyzing the chart, and also in the morning when I am recording my video, you will be able to see everything I do, right? So I can now write over here, hi, and you will be able to see it right now on your screen. So yeah, if you're interested, of course, you know, it's just public, it's just a link. I can turn it on and off, but usually it's on and you can always see whatever I'm doing on the chart. So yeah, maybe you like to see it. And also when I record videos, you see all the mess and all my drawings. Claudia, how are you doing? Welcome. Senat, I'm positively surprised how you always pronounce my name correctly and other names too. I try to. Of course, I don't know how to pronounce every name all the time, but I try to do my best at least. You know, everyone has a name here in the chat. I try to at least pronounce it. Yo, Mark, how you doing, man? Ja, is allemaal onder de tafel gegaan, hè? Okay, let's go. Let us start with the analysis. And I'm going to move a couple of folders to the downside, which are not relevant for what I want to talk about in the live stream. Okay, let's start with this one. Now, has to be said that this range has been very kind to us from an Elliott wave point of view. I'm gonna remove, by the way, the sub-degree here. This is better. So it's been an awesome range so far. And yeah, hopefully it continues to be great, because from a trader's perspective, oh boy, has it been a nice couple of days. So what we are looking for here is a corrective structure. Now this has the highest probability at the moment, right? A WXY. It's a complex structure. It's a sideways double combo, right? Not a double zigzag. The probabilities are higher for a sideways double combo because price moved to the 0.7 Fibonacci, right? And that significantly decreases probabilities for an ABCW correction ABC in Y. So probabilities are higher for a sideways double combo, zigzag W, complex at X, and then a flat in wave Y, which either is finished or soon to be finished. It doesn't really matter. This is your target area for Y. We made this low after the 0.382 Fib time. That's what we like to see. This is your target area for your wave Y, which at least has been hit. Now, something that I do have in the back of my mind is we bounced here. We also bounced there twice before, right? And you can see that this target box, this support box, is white because we already tested it once. Now, the only level we didn't test in this box is actually a little bit lower, 57,150. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, what's the chance of it actually still hitting or not? I mean, you know, we'll wait and see based on local structures. But it is interesting that we found support on the exact same level, but because we already touched it here, you know what I mean? Like the more often you test one area of support, the weaker it becomes. And we do have an untouched level here, and then of course lower level still. But nonetheless, this is your target area for your wave Y. This is your area of interest. This is your area to look for local signs of strength to move towards the upside. And at the moment, the probabilities for this WXY are higher than any bearish probabilities. Now, I had two bearish scenarios I showed in the video this morning, shortly cover these, and then I will explain what happens after this. Yeah? So your one bearish scenario would be an impulse down, 1, 2, continuation down in 3. The reason the probabilities are lower for this compared to the bullish scenario, WXY, is because your wave 2 here is a running flat. A, B, C did not take the high of A, which is very rare, never preferred unless any other scenario fails pretty much, which it hasn't. Second, wave B went to the 1.618, which is rare for B, lowers the probabilities. Third, your wave 2 is 8 times larger in time than your wave 1. Oops, that was my mouse. Then your wave 1. This is a fib time taken from the start to the end of 1, right? Which is also low probability. So that doesn't look good. And then we have the second bearish scenario, 1, 2, continuation down in 3. Also lower probabilities because of your small wave of 4 here. Look how big your 2 is, how small your 4 is. Your 4 did not even hit the 0.382 fib time taken from the start to the end of 2 to the end of 3, which would be a minimum target. Most commonly, wave 4 is longer, right, in time compared to your wave 2, which is definitely not the case. So it also lowers the probabilities for this particular scenario. Like on the 15 minutes, this small wave 4 here would work better as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, end of an impulse correction to the upside. Right? So, okay, now knowing this, there's a few things that can happen after our wave Y, right? Now this, of course, also depends on the structure here, but I actually don't really want to talk about that structure. So, of course, your most bullish scenario is you have a finished WXY, right? Or soon to be finished, doesn't matter. This is your support area. And you move towards the upside impulsively. Very simplistic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and off you go, right? Alternatively, am I gonna, yeah, okay, I have to add this. So of course, the more simplistic version is you just impulse out of here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be most bullish for then continuation up. But an impulse can also be a zigzag, right? So a 3-wave, 3-wave, and a 3-wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correction, 1, 2, 3, 4. By all means, what I mean to say is you just go up. That's your most bullish scenario, and you take out the high. A second scenario is a flat, where this becomes a WXY. X is a finished WXY, and what we are then looking for is A, B, reach deeper levels of support, and then get a C up. That would be bearish. Now, again, it's no problem to move down here shortly. There's still maybe an opportunity to call this wave C of wave Y. But preferably you don't see a bigger structure forming, right? Or flatten A, ta-ta-ta, and then ta-ta-ta, and then ta-ta-ta, right? That would be considered bearish. That would be a flat. But as you can see in the end, after a WXY, which I have on the chart, the probabilities are higher to minimum continue the range and take out 63K, still very much on the cards. Either move up impulsively or look for a flat to form, right? And yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cover it anyway. So in the bullish scenario, that is, if this is a finished 1 or A, according to one of the counts, Samith here, or SV1234 in Discord, I covered this in the video, right? So if you can count an impulse to the upside here in a wave 1 or A, you look for a WXY down, and after WXY is finished, you want to see continuation up. That's your bullish count, because then you look for a finish 2 or B. All right. Has to be said though that so far this sideways movement is very shallow, and it actually missed out on hitting the 0.382, which generally is a minimum target for a wave 2 or a wave B. Some extra information. And then you have the WXY bearish, zigzag X move to the upside in either a zigzag flat or a triangle. So now your WXY in here, right, WXY, the green count, is a sub-degree count of your bigger X. And after wave X, you look for Y. But Y can be 3 structures. And we don't yet know what we get. Right? We need more information. But your wave Y, if imagine this is the low of a WXY and it is finished. Your green Y is in. Well, in this blue Y, you can look for a 5, 3, 5 finished, continuation down, a flat A, B, C, continuation down, or a triangle. Now, most commonly, you get a zigzag or a flat. Those are your 2 preferred scenarios in this case. But as you can see, the overall consensus, the confluence between a WXY bearish scenario as well as the bullish scenario being a 1 or A here, 2 B, and then up is up, right? So the probabilities are higher on the 1 hour to, by minimum, continue ranging, but still take out that high, right? Pretty much the only scenario where possibly you're not going to take that high would be a triangle in a wave Y, because then you look for price to pretty much like just go sideways. But even for a wave Y, your minimum target is actually 66.1, which of course is above the high for a zigzag flat or a triangle. And in a more bullish scenario, well, you want to see continuation. So yeah, that's the probabilities locally. Now, the probabilities locally are higher. This is a corrective structure, not impulsive, which increases the probabilities to sooner or later move towards the upside. And yeah, there's different scenarios. The WXY definitely looks best at the moment. And after this WXY, there's simply a couple of options, but we don't yet know, based on the current information, what we're going to get, because it's too little. It's too little. We don't have the info yet. The only info we have is, well, probabilities are higher. This is corrective, making it interesting to look for upside once we're at the low of the range or any of the support areas that I have to the downside as well. Daily naked point of control here, 55K. So, it's more interesting to look up, thinking about the potential finished WXY that we have, and if not finished, a little bit more target area. And that's what we at least can say with a lot more confidence, right? Like compared to the bearish scenarios, this has very low probabilities, right? This has very low probabilities as well compared to the WXY. And that is corrective, increasing probabilities to still move to the upside. But what we get now, who knows? You're either looking for a 5-3-5 zigzag, an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correction, continuation, a flat structure, ABC, or a triangle. But by all means, in all of the cases, the probabilities are high to eventually take out that high. Now, something that John is mentioning, which I also mentioned in Discord, is at the moment, price here moved towards the upside locally without bullish CVDs. We now came down here, and you can see that now we did manage to have the bullish CVD on the chart, right? Higher low in price, lower low on blue. Now, when we made this low and moved towards the upside, there wasn't really any bullish CVD on the 15-minute. There was on the 5-minute, which was locally over here, but not on a 15. Let me check if on the 15 we have or haven't. Now, again, still on the 15. On the 50-minute, we still don't have bullish CVD divergences, interestingly, only on the 5. So I like the 15-minute. I keep an eye on the 3 and the 5-minute, but that is at least something we have to be aware of. So if we just summarize what I've just mentioned, then the probabilities on the chart at the moment are higher to look for a finished or soon to be finished WXY sideways double combo. Let me first make it simple. Probabilities are highest to still move towards the upside. Probabilities are high to take out that high. Now, what we are looking for internally is the WXY to finish or soon finish, But the structure we get afterwards, we'll wait, right? We need to wait. We need more information for that to like, yeah, to have a good amount of probabilities. What I do like to see is, as always, I do like to see CVD divergences. If price grinds up, I love to see some additional CVDs coming in as well. It would increase probabilities of looking up. So on the 5-min, we have a bit of bull CVD on the 5-minute here. But yeah, that is currently quite simply what we are looking for. And just a side note and a reference to yesterday, this low was made at 57K. Remember the title yesterday? 68 or 57? Or when was it? Was it Tuesday? I'm not sure. One of the two, yesterday or Tuesday, I forgot. And the probabilities were higher to see 57. So it's actually quite nice that we touched it today. So that's nice. That's happy. But yeah, general probability is still higher to sooner or later move up. But what substructure you get here, we'll have to wait. I don't have bullish CVD on the 5-minute. Why is my bullish CVD I had just now gone? Did I have to refresh the chart? Cheeky. Okay, yeah, I also don't have bullish CVD. Yo. So, hey, I got proof on my screen that before we refreshed it, there was a bull CVD, but now it's gone. So I don't know. So there's no bullish CVDs, but still it was on a 5 and not on a 15. I do prefer the 15. So yeah, we'll wait and see. So that is currently pretty much what we are looking for. Let me summarize before we go into chat and Q&A. Probability is higher to sooner or later take out the high because the probabilities are higher. This is a corrective structure, not impulsive structure. So at the moment we are looking for either impulsive continuation towards the upside, right, or a wave Y to the upside in a bigger 3-wave structure. No. On the 1 hour, probabilities are highest to look for the WXY to finish or soon to be finished. But we don't yet know what structure we get afterwards. This can be a zigzag up, that would be bearish. It can be a bigger impulse to the upside, bullish, a flat structure, bearish, or a triangle. We don't know because we don't have the information. But by all means, probabilities are higher to look towards the upside, even if you do get a dip to a daily naked point of control here, or even 55K. Now, context-wise, this is what context-wise, from a probabilities perspective, it is interesting to me that we found support at exactly the same level as previously. So it's already been tested once. And I do like the chart to test new levels, or if it tests levels that already were tested in the past, I preferably see structure to the upside with consistent bullish CVD divergences, which we don't have at the moment. And I'm very aware of the fact we have a daily naked point of control at 57,150, which is just below the double bottom that we have on the chart. Of course, if I open everything up, you'll see there's a couple of more levels that we have around price, both to the upside, of course, as well as the downside. But inside at least this box, we have still a daily naked point of control. But by all means, right, summary, higher to move up, and what structure we're looking for: impulse, zigzag, flat, triangle. We don't know, right? We got to wait. So yeah, I needed to refresh. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. What we're looking for locally, no. Okay. Let me do this. Let me do that. My text disappeared. Okay. Where were we? Hello from Ireland. John, what's up? Yuri Costa. Welcome, guys. Swines. Swines. Yeah, I do my best. I do my best. Yeah. Mark, on the edge, yo, on the edge. Paul Meet, how you doing? Jouke, good afternoon. T. Clepson, that area you were saying we keep testing is in fact the trend channel from the previous impulse that had a double 1-2 that completed over a week ago. The lines are still causing problems. I see. But of course, that impulse has played out. You're talking about the 4 hour, right? So that impulse. Wait, it's not this one, clearly. The trend channel from the previous impulse that had a double 1-2 that completed over a week ago. Okay, so it's not too long ago. A double 1-2. A trend channel. So it's not a base channel. You're talking about a trend channel. You mean this? No, there's no... I don't know which channel you mean. I do know you love to use channels. You share it in Discord. But I probably need a picture to know what pool you have. What do you think? Cheers, Mark. Good to have you here, Mark, by the way. How you doing? How's the weather in the Netherlands? What do you think of a triangle starting on 8-8 with the C just finished? Okay, so a triangle since... So you're talking since the high. Now, in that case, you would need A, B, C, D, E. The problem with a triangle here is your wave B, right? And arguably your wave is C, because C has to be a zigzag family structure. 1 second, I'm going to refresh my chart, because I don't know why that... Maybe you experience the same problem sometimes. I can't even save my chart. Let's just hope that the Coinbase chart and TradingView are not going to do funny things if I refresh here. Sometimes, like, you're analyzing and your like my Control Z just stops working. It does random stuff instead of going back one step. Okay, loading. Waiting. There we go. Okay, so the reason why a triangle doesn't have great probabilities, first of all, when you have a triangle, preferably you're waiting for D to be in, just to be sure, because triangles are actually not that common. People love to just pull trend lines, and then the moment something works, they're like, ooh, triangle. But it's actually not really how it works. So a couple of rules. 4 out of the 5 waves in a triangle have to be zigzags, meaning simple zigzags, 5-3-5 structures. If one of the waves is not a simple zigzag, it is most commonly wave C being a double zigzag. If not C, then D. If not D, maybe B, but that's very rare. Most commonly C by far. So you have a simple zigzag in A. Okay, that works. But what is this B? How can we count a zigzag in here? Or even a double zigzag? You know what I mean? So this structure is definitely not a nice zigzag in a 5-3-5 wave structure, right? As counted the last couple of days, which gives already a problem for a triangle. And then you have your wave C, where your wave C has to be a simple or double zigzag. Now, your wave B has to end at this high. Can't end anywhere else because a flat is not allowed in a triangle. Which means this move down has to be a zigzag or a double zigzag. Right? Looks impulsive at the moment, but yeah, your main issue really is your B. The moment you take out this low, though, the triangle is invalidated. Side note. No. Good question. Carl, welcome. Does take the local high imply we keep going up, or can it be a minimum and dump? Well, what I have on my chart here above price is a daily naked point of control and a daily. Now, if you do take out this high, then yeah, probabilities are quite high to move to the daily naked point of control. Yeah, we have a double top here. Of course, nothing goes in the straight line, but if we are looking for for example, a flat in that case, I would prefer to hit resistance, then come down, and then you move up. But yeah, if you take this high, and yeah, it surely increases probabilities to move to 65. We also did not touch the daily naked point of control at 63.1K, right? We are just hovering below. It's like a waiting game of when are we actually going to touch it. So Yeah, I don't have great resistance besides the value area low that we just touched. I mean, it's not great. I prefer my horizontals. Point of control and confluence with the daily at 60.6K. That's interesting, right? Value area high with the daily naked point of control. Interesting. Here I just have a value area low and that's it. To the downside, daily naked point of control, which was part of the support box, is interesting. Golden pocket is also here. So yeah, so I would prefer to either reject up here, you know, and if you do take the high, then yeah, you pass this resistance. Likely you move to the level higher. Yeah. Cheers, Mark. If you are to unhide the trend channel, and then you will see the prices bouncing above and under and dictating. Unhide the trend channel. Wait, I probably have. Let me have a look. I think so. This is one trend channel, which of course is not relevant anymore. Old stuff. This is the base channel, also not relevant. Weekly base channel. I need to go on log. So we are in a weekly base channel. Weekly trend. Do you mean this on a weekly? If you do, then yeah, we are currently, of course, sitting right on top / grinding against the trend channel line here. And the base channel, we hit the middle, right? Perfectly fine. But yeah, on the weekly time frame, those would be the channels. I don't really, so I would only look at these channels on a weekly time frame. For me, these, for example, would not be relevant on the 15 or the 1 hour time frame. Not seeing much from CVD here. Yeah, I always like seeing CVD at turning points. So, but from an Elliott wave point of, you have a bit of bull CVD here locally, but from an Elliott wave point of view, so this is CVD is of course a tool. The direction from an Elliott wave point of view is quite clear. Is clear, not quite clear, is clear. And CVD, yeah, we do have a little bit of bull CVD here, but we don't have it on the 15. You got to go to like a 3 minute, and then you'll see, there's at least something going on. I don't care about this bearish CVD, by the way, because this bearish CVD is like a fourth or a fifth CVD divergence with the high here, right? So I don't really care about this. What I prefer to see for the bears is to have bearish market structure locally and create brand new bearish CVDs on, let's say, a 3 minute or 5 minute time frame. That is more relevant than this bigger bearish CVD that you see on the chart. Let's go back. New York opening, by the way, in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Barrier triangle. That would be the same problem. Barrier triangle A, B, and then this is C, D, E, but your B is the issue there. The template, I check where you downloaded the old one, M1 bun. Go to the good to know channel. Yeah, me too, just now. I just needed a quick refresh and it was back. But we have some 3 minute bullish CVDs at the moment, right? Which is good. So you want, of course, price to touch support and move up and see bullish CVDs, preferably, of course, consistently. Higher time frame, yeah. On the 1 hour, we have bullish CVDs, by the way. Yeah, that's correct. I showed it only in the video this morning. There you go. So again, this bear CVD, right? I don't really care about that one. Honestly, I also don't really care much about the bigger bullish CVD. It's just that I like to see 15, 3, 5 minute. Those are the time frames I use the most often 15. But when we have quick turnarounds, like here, I like to use the 3 to observe the reaction. So 3 and 15 are the ones I use most often. And generally, I don't really look up. But at least it's good to be aware of that bullish CVD, yes. What's up, Ali? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, yeah, I probably have to make a 886 video. Okay, so I got a couple of questions in Discord earlier about the 886. So people were pulling an 886 here, and they were like, yo, Koen, if price touches this 886, right, the probabilities must be higher to take out this low, no? That's not true. And the reason for this is because we look at a second leg of a corrective structure, right? Let me explain. I'm going to draw this. Okay, so when do you pull? So first of all, let's introduce the 886 for people that don't know. So when you have, guys, market structure to the upside, right? Whatever. And price comes down, and this is a fresh new low, right? You had to move down, whatever. No. You create a local move up. The moment price, from an Elliott wave point of view, touches the 886, right? And it doesn't even matter what structure up you have here. The first retracement down touches the 886. It immediately increases probabilities to take out the local low. And in other words, continue that trend. Because the 886 is rare for a wave 2, but common for a wave B or a wave X, which therefore increases probabilities that if you do move up and you do take out this high, the probabilities are higher. You're looking at a wave C or a wave Y, which in turn increases probabilities to move down. Now it is common after an 886 touch to move to the golden pocket, which is something you'll see happen a lot. So 886, golden pocket, important area, and down again, or you move, of course, further up. I mean, there's only two directions price can go, but oftentimes the golden pocket will act as resistance for a continuation down. So it's interesting to then observe the reaction here, look for signs of weakness for potential short, right? Okay. So that is what you have to know about the 886. But the 886 cannot just be pulled from every random pivot. Right? That's not something we can do. So when is the 886 relevant? Let me explain. Let me drink. So when is the 886 relevant? If we move towards the upside, like we had from 49K, and we start a range, you take it from the high to wherever the low at that moment is. Toggle on the 886. This is relevant because the moment you touch the 886, probabilities are higher to take the high and probabilities are higher to continue this trend towards the upside. However, the moment price then ranges to the upside, does not touch the 886, right, and comes back down, the reason we cannot pull an 886 from the low to the high is because now this structure can be a wave C, can be a wave Y, can be part of a bigger wave X, can be part of a bigger wave B, can be part of whatever corrective structure. And the problem is that this move down, right, can be part of a bigger corrective structure, and these corrective structures can end on top of an 886 and then move up, right? So in this case, what we have locally is we have our W, X, and we look for a Y. But a wave Y does not have to take the low of W. It can move to the 886 and just continue up and never come back, never take the low of W. Now the reason I know this is because I got caught out once. So I'm talking about experience, and I know exactly where I lost the trade because of this, and that is why I started to research it. So in other words, the moment a correction starts, that is when you pull the 886. Once we are ranging, you never pull an 886 in the middle of the range, right? From a random pivot there, unless you want to see if price continues the correction. Now let me explain this again, right? So once more, let me use this range as an example. The only 886s I pull here, right? We move to the downs. Wait, yes, this is a great example. Okay, cool. So the only 886s I pull, I could even use the whole uptrend, but we're not going to do that. Oh, I will use this though. So I pull the 886 from the high to the low, right? Because locally we move up, right? And I want to know what are the probabilities to continue up. Okay, we touch the 886 here, probability is higher, everything here is corrective. Okay, we got to figure out what count it is, but still, probabilities are higher, it's corrective, increasing probabilities to take the high. What does the 886 give you? It gives you directional bias, right? It is not a long by itself, but the moment it's hit, right, it increases probabilities to take out this high at some point, which means that when price does move down, and you don't just hit golden pocket and continue, it's interesting to look for longs in this example, right? Now, and then we move down, we move up. Okay, let's go to more recent price action. So over here, we make a high and a low. I toggle on the 886, right? We didn't even get close to the 886. But now we move down impulsively. So of course, if we are looking for price to move up, we don't want to hit the 886. So every bounce that we get locally, I will be pulling an 886 from the low to the high, from the low to the high, right? So again, from the low to the high, because I am curious if we move up impulsively and then range without hitting the 886 and continue up, there is at least the opportunity for an impulse. But the moment you hit the 886 again, this is a perfect example of a golden pocket retest, by the way. You touch the 886, it immediately increases probabilities to fall and just continue. 886, golden pocket, and down again, right? And here's another one. Also a golden pocket retest. Here you can see the gray candle, 886 touch, golden pocket, fail. Right? And you just keep pulling it, right? From the low to the high, low to the high. So when you're in a downtrend, you pull them preferably from the low to the high, the low to the high, because this is, did we get it here? Yes, this is a great example. And the reason why you don't pull them in a downtrend from the high to the low is because this happens. We did not take out this high, as you can see. But we did touch the 886, taken from this high to the low, right? But I'm not interested in this 886. I pull it from this low to that high. I don't care about this high to this low, right? Because of the potential of a corrective structure, and we just continue. And this is a perfect example of why you don't want to pull the 886 from such a pivot, right? So we are trending to the downside. We keep pulling the 886 from low, high, low, high, low, high. And then we're here and we move up, we move down. Didn't touch the 886. And then we continue towards the upside and we start to change market structure here locally, right? And then it's like, same thing. We pull it from the high to the low, right? What's the probabilities of then, and related to Elliott waves, we start to change market structure. We see bullish CVDs coming in, Elliott wave probabilities start changing. Okay, we touch the 886, down, up again. Okay, we have something going on, no? From the high to the low, touch the 886, down and up, right? And then etc, etc, etc. So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is this is a very long story. I get it. But you pull the 886 never inside, like you don't pull it from this low to this high, only from this high to the low. And locally, if you look at this move down, you take it from the low to the high, low to the high, low to the high. And each time you hit the 886, you're going to be looking for lower, 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 right? And then, of course, we hit support and we start to open our eyes for signs of strength and bullish CVD and whatnot. But you want to pull that 886 from a very fresh, clean high, right? Or low. And to look for trend continuation. I hope that answers the question. I'm not sure if I explained it good enough. I probably have to make a video about this on the channel. I can put it in the Elliott Wave Beginner's Guide playlist on my channel. And then I have a bit more time, I suppose, to really figure out what I want to say and what examples I want to use, but hopefully it's useful. Cheers, Harut. Your plan is the same as days ago. 62.5, 54.2, 62.5 as the end of X. 62.5, 60 as the end of. Wait, how do you end? So then your X is a flat crowd performance. So this would be your A, this is your B, and then C. Wave B and a flat of a bigger flat is incredibly rare. I mean, some say it's not allowed. I just say very rare. I would be interested to see a picture though. Right when he says not the base channel, it's for the trend channel. Oh, sorry. Of course, I'm a little bit delayed now. Let me go quick here. You will be shocked. The top of 1 to the top of 3, parallel to the end of 2, end of wave 1 is 15th of August. The end of wave 1 is the 15th of August. That's today, huh? I don't know. You need to help me. You need to help me out with the pig. I don't get it. Yo, Patrick, how are you doing? Yo, Terry, send me something in Discord. Remco, welcome. Welcome. Anupa, it's been a while. Good to have you here. Just a daily's fine, or 6 hour. Okay, so it was. Are we in wave 2 or 4? Depends in the weekly. Wave 4 has higher probabilities than a wave 2. If you look at an impulse at the moment. And then once you take all-time high, in that case, you will continue to follow price and, of course, observe every range. If this is a double 1-2, you want to see a wave 3 that is easily passing any targets for a wave 5. And wave 5 target is at the moment, with the current info, 81k to a 129k. If you are in a double 1-2, you should easily move past these levels. But at the moment, it's better to be conservative and just look for wave 4 and 5. Is there a possible towards upwards today? I mean, at the moment we do move up a little, but as mentioned in the analysis, probabilities are higher to still look for 63k and higher. Probabilities are higher. We have a WXY here at the moment, or finished or soon to be finished. Wave Y is relatively short compared to W, but we keep an eye on new developments. But even if a wave Y is finished here, there is many structures that can lead to upside, and it's not clear yet what we get because of the local. We don't have enough info. You can have a flat A, B, take the lows again and C up. You can have a zigzag up, impulse up, triangle, right? Now, as mentioned earlier, what for me is interesting is we didn't really hit any new area of support. So yeah, we hit the box again, but in this box, what we hit, we already hit once before. And it would be nice to hit some new areas of support as well, and preferably accompanied by bullish CVDs. all-time new high first or retrace to 54K-ish and then go up. It's going straight up. Well, one thing is for sure, nothing goes up straight or down straight. You always have ranges. Bitcoin ranges 80% of the time. But all-time highs first or 54? I mean, look, what are we talking about, right? Like 54 is so much closer than all-time high. In my opinion, it's way too early to talk about. So yes, on a weekly, right, probabilities haven't changed yet. That on the weekly, the probabilities are higher to eventually see all-time highs and continue an uptrend. But on a 4-hour and 1-hour time frame, we not necessarily see all those signs yet. Yeah, I mean, on the 1 hour, probabilities are higher here in this range to still look for price to move up. But if we look at the support or at the fibs taken from the low to the high, right? Imagine this is an impulse up. Just imagine. It's very three-wavy, but just imagine. We didn't even hit the 382. Generally, a minimum target for a wave 2 would be the 382. Your 05 to the 786 is your common target. Now, for any structure, not touching the 382 is considered rare if you look for a WXY, right? If you look at a 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, not at least touching the 382 it's very uncommon, which we haven't. And for all of these structures, this is a very common area, 55.9, 51 or 52K. So now, of course, we're looking for the WXY here, and with new info coming in, we will continue to see what's up. But I am not sold on going up straight. It's too easy. Yeah. I don't like those type of things. That's like moon boy shit. Oh yeah, we go straight up to all-time high. Those are probably the people that said we would go straight up to all-time high over here and over here. Wait, not at the low, of course, because at the low, those type of people say, oh, bull market is finished. So those are probably people that say, oh, we go straight to all-time high. We go straight to all-time high. We go straight to all-time high. Right? You get me? Right? We go straight to all-time high. Now, it's not to say that the moves are not significant or we didn't touch all-time high. You know what I mean? So, yeah, good luck with the straight to all-time high. Maybe after being wrong 6 times, you might be right the 7th, Yeah. I prefer to take it step by step. And yes, on a weekly time frame, probabilities are higher to still look up and look for that all-time high. But it doesn't make any sense for me to on a 1 hour, even on the 4 hour like time frame to be like, oh, we go straight up. The probabilities on the 1 hour are higher to still take out this low. And then we take it from there, right? Yes, maybe it will go up to all-time high. Right? But maybe we go to 67 and we make a new low and we go to 45K. Right? So we play it step by step. It's much better for your risk management, your mindset, your psychology to be conservative, take good profits at resistance levels. Don't get sold on the dream 7 times in a row of we go to all-time high and then we reach 70K 5 times and every time we rejected 70K and you hit your stop loss because your stop was at your end. Like just step by step. Yeah. Short now a good idea. If that's according to your plan, then yes. Why are the CVDs in TradingView not working? The CVD on TradingView is coded, or you get different information on TradingView because of what the platform shares. Like, look, this is technical stuff. I leave that to the developer, right? But TradingView CVD is not as accurate. That's what I know. Based on statistics, that's what I know. And the information that TradingView has in its candles is different than AGGR. It has to do with something that you can extract from the candle to put into the CVD, which is something you can't get in TradingView, but you can get in AGGR. And that is why the AGGR CVD works way better than any CVD on TradingView. And I mean, if there would be a CVD on TradingView that's better than AGGR, you will see me switch instantly. But I've been using AGGR for 1.5, almost, no, longer, way longer, 2.5, 3 years. Because TradingView just doesn't provide anything that's worth it. WXYXZ is very rare, never preferred unless anything else fails. If you continue spamming, you're out. Feels sometimes like a class, huh? You're pulling from right to left when it's going down? No, always left to right. Always left to right. Cheers, guys. I'm happy you guys got the 886. Create a video on FIP time. I already have many videos on FIP time. Make sure to check out the playlist on my channel. So you go to the YouTube channel. And then you go to this playlist, and every video contains a FIP time for that specific scenario. And in every video, I explain how to pull the FIP time. Now the FIP time can be found if you go to the Fibonacci folder here and then trend-based FIP time. Click on the star and you'll favorite it. Is this pump a bull trap? Maybe. Who knows, right? you can't trade these questions, right? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But at the moment, from an Elliott wave point of view, right? And now we're getting to analytics and data and actually stuff you can use in trading. We are looking for a WXY to finish. We are at support, a little bit of 3-min bull CVD. Yeah, small move up. We're now hovering against the value area low of this bigger range here. That is your resistance. But as explained in the analysis, there's a couple of scenarios that can happen after a WXY. Thank you. WXYXZ, again, very rare, never preferred unless any other structure fails. Namaste, Puneet, welcome. We are in a contraction still. I mean, from a this is not Elliott waves, but I guess if you pull trend lines, I mean, maybe even down there, but arguably, you are still in a contraction, I suppose, but this is not what you would use in Elliott waves. You won't use stuff like this. Only when we talk about triangles, but there's no high probability triangle at the moment. When I was new, I didn't know anything. Don't be stupid in your trading. Build a plan. Build a plan. I like what Patrick's saying. Build a plan. Build a plan. It's so useful. Good morning, Say my lady. How are you doing? It's gonna range more and more. Wheels are ranging. Wheels are collecting. Ranging the price is the only way before the pump. Yeah, and that's good. And then we can look for signs of strength as well locally. Yeah. I'm just sick of trading for the past 4 years. One more all-time high and I'm done. One day or day one. Sick of trading the past 4 years. You can also try to maybe change your trading style. So if you are a scalper or a day trader and the frequency is too high and you don't really enjoy your lifestyle that you have with the current way you trade and actually the freedom you pursue, you can always try and change your strategy or move into maybe swings or to have a lower frequency, but maybe have them run longer. You can also try to adjust the strat. With a signal group, yeah, never join signal groups, guys. It's not long-term profitable. It's a waste of your money to join the group, first of all, and second, you don't learn anything. So yeah, you want to learn how to fish instead of getting the fish handed, right? It's honestly the only way to be long-term profitable and make it in this industry is create your own plan. or learn a plan that exists like Elliott waves, or but you need something that's you, not copy others. You'll never be long-term profitable, because how others manage their trades and why they enter and why they exit, that stuff, they built a strategy that works for them. It matches their personality, their lifestyle, their psychology. They know exactly what they're looking for. They will always be on time with their entries. They know exactly their stop loss. They know exactly when signs go against the trade. They know when to TP. And if you just signal follow, then you're late with entries. Your psychology is not the same. Maybe the guy is not posting everything about TPs and whatnot. And, oh, I see something against the trade. Yeah, just train yourself to build a plan. It's really the only way to be consistently profitable. And it's good to learn from people and join communities and join courses and whatnot where you can get information to develop your plan, and then you leave the course or maybe leave the community one day, but you've taken all that you needed to move on, right? To learn. Yeah, so you got to talk with Mr. Friends in Discord, Elfric Lake. Mr. Friends is the one that also develops the CVD with the lines, at least. So not the CVD general, but just the additional lines, the automated CVD diffs. And he will be able to explain it in a lot of technical detail, which I'm unfortunately not able to do. How many kilometers is your running track? I run different distances, but the longest I have done is a marathon distance. I've never run longer than a marathon distance. I've done a couple of marathon distances. The toughest event I've ever done, is a 42-kilometer obstacle run in the Netherlands. 1 second. There you go. And that's the one. Iron Viking. So up. There we go. Iron Viking 2023, last year. And if you can read it, it says 42 kilometers and over 100 obstacles. You can check it out online. This is by far the toughest sports challenge event I've ever participated. I prepared for half a year. It was great. I got to say, I was very proud of myself to finish, but it's tough. But I do like the challenges. How you doing, Matt Eagle? How you doing? Probabilities of a flat after a flat. Well, in this case, you have a WXY in an X and then a new Y. Right, so you can have a lower degree flat followed by a higher degree flat. That's no problem. If you talk about a flat in X and then a flat in a bigger Y, it lowers the probabilities. Yeah, preferably you see alternation. Most commonly X is a zigzag. But now you talk about a wave Y flat. This is a lower degree flat against a bigger WX higher degree flat, right? And this flat together with this small flat, it's not a relationship. You want to talk about the same degree there. Started learning Elliott waves at the start of this larger wave 4 correction. Oh no, since March. Would you say it's an incredible lesson to what a correction can be? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Once I learn how to do Elliott waves and others, I'm going to pay it forward for free, but only once I understand more. You gotta. That's what I do as well, right? It's all the information is free anyway. It's all online, really. So I, of course, have a completely free playlist. You can go to this website, right? Link is in the description. Completely free. I'm not affiliated, right? I don't get anything, but this is a really good website to learn Elliott waves. And then, of course, you can buy the book, Elliott Wave Principle, link in the description, or join Gold, which is great to help you to be quicker in your learning curve as well, right? But Yeah, it's all out there. It's all out there. I share as much as I can. You don't need to join any 200, 500, whatever dollar groups to learn Elliott waves. There's no point. No point. What do you think of being a copy trader like on BingX? I don't want to trade for other people. I'm happy managing my own money, and other people should earn their own money. Copy trading is again a shortcut. I don't believe in shortcuts, and I very much follow my values and norms. So I think copy trading is not, it's at least not something I want to get into. I am happy learning people how to trade Elliott waves in the setups channel, and explain why a setup is more interesting than another setup, and what I am looking for. But I will never turn into signals. I'll never say if I enter or not at a certain moment in time. I have my own plan strat, what I'm looking for, and people should develop their own plan and strat. I'm here to help as much as I can, provide as much insight as I can, share as much as I can, help as much as I can to make people build their strat. But copy trading is something I'll never do, because it goes against my pretty much my mission of what I do and want to achieve, and also my values. I think I think people should learn for themselves. And of course, if I copy trade, I can earn more money, but I don't care about more money. So I care about helping people. And of course, if you copy trade or people copy trade me, I can help people because they earn money. But that's not the goal. The goal is they should develop themselves. They should improve themselves instead of just seeing more money into their account. It's about personal development, training themselves, being able to fish for themselves. And that is what's going to make them consistently profitable and build their accounts. I think that's a much better way of approaching the market and trading than copy trading. Really pumped to start running again. Patrick, what do you usually run? Like, are you like just a runner, or like flatland? Do you do mountains? Do you do obstacle running? What area are you at? That endurance is good. What was it? Yeah, it is. Look, obstacle running for me is like, it's like playing outside for adults. You know what I mean? It's great. Respect. Cheers, man. Yes, it is like the Spartan race. And this event, the Iron Viking, is considered the toughest marathon in the world. But that's the same as a Spartan marathon. Those are like the marathons where you don't just run. You have all the obstacles where you swim, you jump, you lift heavy balls over borders, you lift like things in your hands, and you got to walk around stuff, and you gotta swing, and like there's so, like, just look online. There's so many obstacles that you have to get through, and if you don't get through an obstacle, you get like a penalty, which is usually push-ups or what's the other push-ups, or the what's it? You push up, you get back up, you jump, you go down, you push up. What's that again? Like what's the exercise, guys? You know what I'm talking about? Like the BD flies. I forgot the name. You know, the Viking run. Yeah, we did 21 a couple of years ago with a friend. Yeah, nice one. 21 is a great distance because you're doing all of the obstacles. Because in the obstacle run, you do, so for 42 kilometers, you do 3 laps. Your first lap is the 21, and then your second and third lap are the smaller courses. And in the 21, you do all the obstacles. And then you have to do, in the other 2, you do less obstacles, of course. But with 21, at least you've done all of the obstacles, which is great. It's great fun to try them all. Do you have a daily routine with running and working and spend time with loved ones? Yes. I think routine is important. Balance is important. Sports is important. Spending time with the wife is important. And work. But sometimes, I gotta say, I guess sometimes, like the thing is, my wife and I both, we have our own businesses. So we love to work. And our business meetings nowadays are in the ocean. So we go to the ocean, a few minutes walking. And we dip in, and we talk business. And then, of course, yeah, we generally watch like series, just like an episode at night, one episode. Currently, we watch Dexter. Running, I tend to do either early morning or in the evening, also because of the weather and the sun. But I love to work. I love what I do. I wanna, wanna help people. There's a German YouTuber who is running from Berlin to New York every day, at least 100 kilometers. Jeez, man. There was also a guy that did Africa, I believe. Or no, the guy with the beard. He has a long beard. Yeah, I think he did Africa from all the way south, all the way north. I forgot his name, but wow, it's so impressive. So impressive. Surely this lighter way 4 is the best one. It's not always 3 and green. You will at least learn a lot about counting corrective structures. Impulses are easy. What was the website? Link in the description. If you scroll down to the Elliott Wave Education header, there's a laptop emote. Link after. Oh, or just maybe a band-aid, this one. Is Elliott Wave the only toolkit you use? No. I use Elliott Waves, time frame horizontals, volume level, CVD, gaps. The volume profile. And channels, because but that's related to Elliott Waves. I don't really use channels in any other way than Elliott Waves. So, yeah. I read the book in German, but if you would have just started out with your premium or just your live stream, I would have been ahead a lot from now. Little non-paid recommendation by me. Cheers, Patrick. Yeah, I read the book as well, The Elliott Wave Principle. It's a nice to have. It's not a must-have. You definitely do not need that book to learn about Elliott Waves. You know, everything is out there. Yeah. Yeah, I guess in the live streams, and of course in especially in gold, yeah, you'll learn very quick. The book is more like a nice to have. You know, I like to have it because I love Elliott Wave, so I just want the book, but I don't need the book. But I have read it. Some parts are interesting, some aren't, but it's not as specific as the website I mentioned earlier, like this one, or my beginner's guide on YouTube. Yeah, how to put everything on the chart. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Give a man a signal he eats for a day, teach a man to trade. Yep, I can't find. Yeah, there's no CVD indicator. It's TradingView. It's in AGGR, which is this link. 1 second, I'll show you. You go up to Good to Know. Then you scroll up and this link. And then once you have opened this link, you go to the post that I highlight, right? This one here, BTC template, right? That I made for you. I have to change this one because the second one is made by Mr. Friends. And oh, wait. The template? Huh. 1 second here. Look at me go. Figuring something out on stream. It's the wrong link. Oh, wait a second. Let me quickly adjust this here. So I want copy message, yeah. Do this. Okay, well, apparently it's big. The CVD. Remove that. Do this. Do that. Does it work? No. What? Kopieer berichtenlink. Yes. Thank you. Okay. I don't like it that long. I already highlighted Mr. Friends. Let me just do this. Boom, 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 boom. Much better. So if you go to this post anyway, you'll see Mr. Francis, the developer. I just like it clean and short. So we good. Because there's two templates, one that I made, one that and then the second one is made with the help of Mr. Friends. Okay, cool. Mountains in a high area, I do 5-10 kilometers, but there's a sea nearby. Yeah, I tend to do 5 to 10 as well. So we're pretty much doing the same most of the time. When I do running, like yesterday, last night, I went running as well here. And 5 to 10 is like the comfort zone. But I do like to always go up and down the mountains. I generally, because it's also a lot more calm, I generally avoid the promenade unless it's very early morning, so that it's calm. Burpees, yes, thank you guys. Look, everyone moving. That prison term. Cheers, Dejan. Yeah, I'll have to make it. What price is your value area low? $59,132. Dexter Morgan. Yeah. It's fun, man. It's fun. Spoilers about Dexter. Just close your ears if you don't want to hear it. We are now watching the season after Rita dies. Like after Arthur Mitchell, the other serial killer, like the season after. That's the one we're watching now. Great fun. Wow. Yeah, man. Like, so much respect. That's a big achievement. And then there's also that guy that ran Africa, and then someone mentioned New York to whatever. Like, it's crazy. But this is, of course, very special, right? Lost one leg and then runs across the whole of Canada. Insane. I've read the book 3 times already, and there's something new I learn every time. For me, it's the Bible. You don't need anything else. Yeah, everyone has their own way, of course, of studying the material. But it's a good to have. Panda Wave, listen to the stream for work. What's up, Panda Wave? How you doing, man? I play the audiobook version sometimes. The thing that, like, in the book, it gives you the basics of Elliott waves pretty much, right? It is Elliott waves. Like, the book covers everything you would like to know about Elliott waves. But then the practical stuff on the chart, of course, they don't explain pull from there to there, or like the 886 probabilities or 0.7 probabilities. And that's also not official Elliott waves, but it impacts probabilities a lot. And that stuff you can learn, well, pretty much here. I've not seen anyone else do that stuff. But the book will give you everything you need to know, because that's Elliott waves. It's brought out by Elliott Wave International. So of course everything in there is true. But in a certain way, when I read it, I also felt that it was a bit limiting in a way. I hope that one day they bring out a more, like, just like a book with, especially if you're beginning, would be great to get a bigger book with more detail, including some of the data they have as well, and some probabilities would be great. Let's go, Yoshi. Let's go. I saw an 886 to the golden pocket today at the local low. There was also bullish dividend on 5. I took long heads for. I'm not sure if it was too risky though. Stop loss. I mean, wait. You saw an 886 to the golden pocket today at the local low. There was bullish CVD on a 5. I don't really think it's an 886 trade though, because if you would pull on a 5-minute an 886 somewhere here, here, of course, we never touch the 886. And if you do touch this 886, probabilities would be high to take the low, so you won't go long. And in this move towards the downside, in the downtrend, you don't want to pull 886s from the high to the low. Those are not the relevant ones. The 886 trade, yeah, you would pull the 886 from the low to the high and then check. Interesting. But it worked out nonetheless. It worked out. So there you go. Hey guys, I explained earlier, I'll be online for about an hour, which we accomplished. Very, very nice. 1.5 hours. There you go. But I gotta go. I have other stuff to do. I can't be live for 4 hours today like we did yesterday. But tonight will be another update. Let's see if price is gonna give us anything new. And the analysis was done from minute 13 onwards till about minute 30. So about 50 minutes. Make sure to check it out if you haven't. And yeah, so tonight another update. And yeah, then we have tomorrow morning again, no? And tomorrow afternoon will be another live stream. Let me double check here. Yes, absolutely. So that's what we do. So, yo, thanks to you, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Trade safe. And we will talk to one another again very soon. Thanks, guys.